guys, that's what I got. 3 light generators. Pretty much takes up my whole 35 foot. Literally, 4 points of securement each corner. You see that one? Same thing, chains each corner. And then you can see it going up there and down. But nice and easy. I'm gonna look at my paperwork, check and make sure all these serials numbers match. Then I'm headed to Orlando. All right, so here's what we got. 40-foot container. It's going 400 miles. It's paying me $1,200. So the rate wasn't too bad. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some chains, I'm gonna run a chain through here, pull it forward, and I'm gonna throw my straps over. So let's get this thing strapped up. Don't really like hauling these, but it was a good rate. I'm gonna show you what I did. So per FMCSA, every 10 foot, you gotta have at least a strap. I got more than enough. I got 4-inch straps. They are 5,400 pound straps. So of course, I got 6 straps on it. So, but here's what I did too. Took a 5/16 chain, ran it through the other side, and just put a boomer on it. Same thing down here. I did it down here just for me to suck it on my trailer, make me feel a little better. I'd rather over secure than under secure. You can see. And I literally just did snap boomers. That way I could just bungee them and be done with it. So not real, I don't like hauling containers. I did measure this. Anytime you do anything, you got to measure. So I think I'm at like 12.5 foot. So it's gonna be a big wind cell. But anyways, let's run this load. All right, I'm here in Birmingham. I made it to the destination. It's pretty cool because they're open 24 hours. So it made it nice and easy to drop this. I don't like hauling containers because it eats into the fuel mileage, but it wasn't on my trailer that long, so it's the only reason why I did it, and it was getting me closer to home. So not bad, $1,100 for the day. But let's get this big thing off my trailer and head back to Texas. Headed home, gonna hang out with my girls, take them to do some family stuff, and I'm gonna relax. I've been on the road for 2 weeks, and kind of disappointed in this week. I am, always gonna keep it honest on here. This week I just really didn't generate, what I was wanting to. But, it could be due to the holidays. So, today's Tuesday. I did take a couple of days off. And back here, picking up another load for one of our directs. And going to the same place. We actually got 2 loads out of here. One's going to Alabama. One is going to Maryland. So over here right now, picking up the one going back to Alabama. It's a 40-foot load. The other one is a partial. Both we negotiated good rates on. So let's see what we got going and Get this thing on our truck, get it to Alabama. This is what we got. Tarp load conveyor system going to Reform, Alabama. Nothing to it. I had to use one extra tarp just to wrap this little piece up. It's a motor, but like I said, nothing to it. Should ride really, really good. I'm gonna walk around, get some pics. I always get pictures just to let them know how everything's secured, that it is tarped. All right guys, I made it back to Reform, Alabama, and I think this is the last load of their conveyors. They're revamping their plant, and so I shipped them a whole new conveyor system up here. I'm gonna show you guys what I did. It's really what not to do. So I ripped my tarps. That's my own fault. Not putting a packing blanket under it. Ripped it all up. You can see right there. That's my fault. I do have blankets and I should have used them. So I'm gonna take these tarps off. Roll them up, and I'm gonna patch them on site. I do have some Gorilla tape that's two-sided, so I can patch this. So alright guys, so I dropped that conveyor, and what I'm gonna do now is take a picture of my paperwork, scan it as a document, and then I'm gonna send it in to my wife, who's gonna then use the factoring company to pay us. What all that means, I think I said it in another video. When I went and bid on this load, they sent us a rate sheet, and basically the rate sheet's just kind of a contract with us and them saying we agreed to carry that load from A to B for said amount. For instance, I'll just say it, this one $2,100 on 650 miles. So what I do then is I show up, they load me. Before I leave, they give me a BOL, a Bill of Laden. After I get this BOL, if I gotta sign it, put my whatever, just read it. And it basically says the same thing as the rate sheet. Pick up from here, take to there. But these you generally don't have a price on them, for the reason is this is what you get the customer to sign. So when I showed up here, I dropped off the conveyor, I handed this to the guys, they looked at it, made sure everything was there, you know, however many pallets, whatever it is, they signed off on it, they hand it back to me. Now this is like my receipt saying, hey, Brad dropped this load. And what I do now is I take it and I scan it, and I send it to my wife, who there does two things. She sends it back to the broker, if there is a broker, and lets them know, because some of them require it, most of them don't, but we just do it to all of them, saying, hey, here's the signed BOL that Brad just dropped off. Cool. Then we take it, send it to our factoring company. Factoring company pays us right then, pretty much. I'm not gonna get it, you know, all this stuff the factoring company does, but they'll either Zelle it, they'll do an ACH payment, or they'll, you know, next day, whatever we want them to do with the money, they do it for a small fee, because these guys could take up to, you know, 20-30 days to pay us. So what we do is give it to a factoring company, and a factoring company can really help you in your business as far as getting funds, getting capital, getting funded, getting fuel cards. You know, they can really help you do a lot. We're with, I'll just say, we're with Apex. Apex didn't have a contract, so we signed up with them, seeing what we wanted to do. Being it's my first time hotshotting, it's my first time messing with factoring companies, because I was leased on prior to this. So the company that I was leased on to took care of all that. So we're trying Apex out. They're pretty good. You know, the more money we make, the cheaper it gets as far as factoring our loads. And then they do offer a lot of stuff, you know, Zelle, same day, next day. They have fuel cards, you know, where you can get discounts. You know, they have an app. They also are partnered with, you know, some trailer places as far as getting tires, truck tires, trailer tires, and kind of help you get a discount on that. So the reason why they do that is because they want to look appealing to where you do business with them, so you can get discounts on stuff. You can get discounts on fuel, maintenance, blah, blah, blah. So pretty much all factoring companies do that. Like I said, we went with Apex generally for the no contract. Was it the best move? I'm not sure. But as of right now, we have no issues with them. Sorry for the sun. We have no issues with them. And we got an actual person that handles our account for us. So when we need anything, I call him. Like, for instance, this load right here didn't have any brokers. It's just us hauling for the manufacturer, the shipper. So what we did was, I actually had, what I had to do, because I wasn't using a broker, you know, or their MC to factor our stuff, I called our guy Vincent at Apex. Said, hey Vincent, we're trying to set up a direct customer. He said, okay, give me the name, give me, you know, a phone number, blah, 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 blah. And basically got them approved for us. So now, like, I just sent off, you know, the BOL. They just said, hey, how do you want your money? You want it the same day? Or do you want it the next day? The next day, they don't charge a fee. You know, they charge their factoring fee, but no fees on top of that. But, so yeah, man, that's kind of how that goes. They got them approved for us, and now, you know, anything we need, you know, send them the BOL. They do whatever they want, whatever we want them to do with the money. But anyways, guys, I'm about to head to the next spot, try to find either a load back home or whatever, because I do have a Christmas party to go to this weekend. And but anyways, hope that helped you guys out. All right, I'm here picking up my next load. It is 41 foot. It's got to be Tarp. It's going 470 miles, paying $1,000. I didn't want to come off anymore, but it'll work. You know what I'm saying? It's late in the day when I found this, so it actually worked out perfect. I thought the day was going to be lost, and literally found this right at the last minute. But people were cool enough to sit here and wait on me, and they shut down at 3, but it's 4. So, but anyways, let's get this bad boy tarped. So this load I picked up It's 41 foot tarp load going from Monroe, Louisiana to Manford, Oklahoma. A little over $2 a mile. It's like 480 something miles. We ended up getting $1,000 for it. But what's cool about this load is we thought the day was lost, and we didn't give up. We kept pushing. We found a late pickup. They had a driver fall through because he didn't have tarps. So we showed up. They just needed 41 feet of tarps. So clearly we have 41 feet. Same thing I always do, tied up the front to keep air out. I don't want air under this because air is the last thing you need under your tarps. I do have to repair some of mine. You can see all the places that are missing these start popping out. But I need to replace this tarp eventually, or even just get it repaired. This back one's really, really good. Same thing back here. I throw these straps over them. They are not for the load. Those are actually for my tarps. I got a seam right here where the tarps overlap. And this tarp right here goes to probably right in here, so I overlapped. But then I throw this strap on it to kind of seal up these two sections. So, and these are literally just for air, to keep the puff out of it, just to keep it on the trailer. Same thing back here. You can see, I just tied it up. Yeah, I'm just weird when it comes to these, man. I don't want them flying around. I don't want them looking garbage when I'm driving down the road. I like everything kind of nice and tight. This is it. It rode pretty good over here. Tarp job stayed phenomenal. And I'm gonna roll over here in this door and get this offloaded.